Hi there and welcome to the Riyadh, Saudi Arabia sequence of Wheels Abroad. I did 2 inline skating trips and 1 biking trip, and I'll leave the detailed introductions to each of the separate videos, but I happen to be on the top floor of the Hallmark Kingdom Tower building, and that gives me a splendid opportunity to show you where I've been. Check out the view. Check out the view. Now, inline skating trip 1 started kind of in the west and led me up in the northwestern direction, all the way to King Abdullah Financial Center that you see in the back there, the skyscrapers right there. The second inline skating trip, I have to move over here. Oh. The floor is not even here. The second inline skating trip started in the south, in the, let's say, the more authentic parts of the city, and took me past some really nice historic places of the city of Riyadh. And the biking trip, I have to move again, was over there, kind of in the northeast, where the posher areas of the city are. I did some inline skating here already yesterday, and at the introduction of that video I explained a little bit more about the city, the country, and why I'm here. So check out this video for more information. I'm a lover of public transportation all over the globe, and Riyadh just opened 5 metro lines, the largest opening of metro lines at the same time, 5 of them. Boxing Day, yes, that's right, people. It's Boxing Day, it's December 26th. I have not seen a single sign referring to Christmas, and you know what? I'll be flat out honest with you. That's to me refreshing. There's an overkill of Christmas sometimes. That's at least what I think. And here, not a single referral to Christmas, for obviously expected reasons. I was not surprised, but in a sense it is refreshing. I'm gonna hit the town today by biking. You can see the bike over here. I rented it from the cycle hub, so if you ever want to rent a bike in Riyadh, go to the cycle hub.
Hello, welcome to the Cycle Hub Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is the Cycle Hub. My name is Abdullah, and we are here to boost, introduce and develop cycling in the kingdom. You're all welcome. Visit the Cycle Hub on your next visit to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. See you later. Cheers.
Off I go. Come and join me, exploring the city of Riyadh. Okay, I am ready to roll. Over there in the back is the Riyadh Convention Center. It isn't that old actually, and during the COVID pandemic it served as the vaccination hub, one vaccination hub here. I am going to go north first. It was advised to stay on the sidewalks, but that won't be easy. And I think I'll try the roads first. I have a feeling I will be quite okay if I just stay on the right here on the road, except of course for cars turning, like this one, not using the turning light. I think you do want to be careful with those cars backing up, like here. That is a little bit tricky if you're not used to cyclists. Just demand my space. Looks like Riyadh has a bike rental system. I was not expecting that. That's cool. Cyclist, right over there. Yeah, I learned from yesterday. Passing through pedestrian crossings is really a challenge, but especially by bike I can easily merge with the cars, of course, so crossing these huge intersections should be a lot easier than yesterday. There we go. I think I already highlighted yesterday in the inline skating video. But the setup of the city is very spacious and wide, at least where I'm at right now. think it's about 23 degrees. There is a slight fresh breeze. That's actually quite nice, I have to say. I'll first make my way to the largest mall of the city of Riyadh, the largest shopping mall. But we have reached our first destination for today, the Nakheel Mall. You can see it right there, the Nakheel Mall. I don't know about you, but when I thought of Saudi Arabia, one of the things I thought of are the huge shopping malls the country has. So apparently this is the largest one in the city and one of the largest ones in the country. So I think this is part of it, and also that is part of it. So that's huge, right? It covers an area of 370,000 square meters, 200 stores. Now obviously I'm not gonna visit it by bike, but if you need a reminder that we're in the middle of the desert, look no more. We are in the desert. Yeah, as you know, I like to absorb the authentic flavors of the city too. For example, by going into the residential area. So right over there is the residential area of Green Riyadh, and I was stoked to go there and explore it. So where is Green Riyadh? Well, here's the map of Riyadh, and let's zoom in. That's where Green Riyadh is. That's me, currently biking over there and planning to take a turn into Green Riyadh. As I explained yesterday in my inline skating video, I wasn't sure how, let's say, the government, the police would react to me wearing a GoPro camera. It seems to be fine. I did it yesterday already. I guess it's fine-ish these days. I'm sure 10 years ago that wasn't the case. The country has only recently been opening up a little bit. Still a little bit tricky though. You're not supposed to tape government buildings, as you can see here. But I don't always know when there is a government building around. And this is a clear case right here. As I'm pronouncing these words on the streets of Riyadh, I didn't realize that I'm biking right toward a government area. On the left of me is the Ministry of Finance. Yeah, little did I know. Check out this skate video for another example. I accidentally ended up in a high security zone in Riyadh and I got kicked out by the police. When you apply for your electronic visa, you have to acknowledge that you will keep yourself to the rules of the country. Which is fine for me, because I want to explore this country. Sometimes you just have to improvise, right? Why not? Off we go. Right now I'm just taking random streets and random roads, which is actually pretty cool. I like to do that. Maybe it's already a little bit obvious, but the northern part of Riyadh is the, let's say, posher side. And I think it's fair to say that you can see that already here. These look like very nice houses to me. Whoa. Check out this home. So it's especially that type of intersection right there. That was a real big problem yesterday when I was inline skating. Now we'll see how it goes by bike. Now also check out the sign over here. There are a few noteworthy things listed on it. Well, you see a metro over there. A lot of roads, stadiums, buildings are named after the royal family. King Fahd King Saud, Prince Sultan, King Abdullah. The royal family is also depicted quite often here in public spaces. You also see Makkah on the top there, the holiest city in Islam, where the Hajj takes place. So that if you want to go to Makkah, you have to go and turn around. Yeah, so let's check out the intersection right there. Yeah, that's what I thought. There isn't even a way to cross here. You know, I'm already almost 100% sure I won't be able to stick to my original plan. Same yesterday. But that's okay. You gotta go with the opportunities that you get. So across the street over there is the neighborhood of Hamra. It's considered one of the wealthiest areas of the city, and one quote I found online states, Hamra's neighborhood is considered the country's wealthiest. There are luxurious villas there, posh shopping centers, restaurants, etc. Yeah, the quote-unquote only thing left to do is to cross this super busy Eastern Ring Road by bike somehow. Wow. Watch me try and succeed. The Green Riyadh initiative. More info on that in the skating video from yesterday. Here's the bus stop. Not a regular city bus. Check it out. Desert landscape. Oh, the Ministry of Finance. I was advised not to film government buildings. Little did I know, the Ministry of Finance was here. So let me get out of the way quickly. You never know. Looks like I may be able to make it across over here. Yes. Go for it. Here we go. Because I spotted a sidewalk on the other side. That's where I came from. That's where Hamra is over there. I see some really fancy hotels. Actually, it's one hotel only. It's the Hilton in the back there. So let's try our luck. And hope that I don't get stuck here. No, I will be fine. These are just exits I have to cross. Okay. Have two. There we go. See, I think over here. All right. I think I saw a road here. Yes. And on the right here is Hamra. So I made it to Hamra after all. What some people say is the wealthiest neighborhood in the whole country of Saudi Arabia. The only thing left for me to do is to cross over here. And that's it. Well, that's it. That sounds easier than it is. I got my opportunity. There we go. Despite the intentions of Riyadh to open up the city to cyclists, the infrastructure is lagging. I'm sorry to say. That doesn't happen overnight, I understand. Welcome to Amsterdam, my hometown. Here's me passing under a highway by bike in Amsterdam. Nice and easy, right? Yeah, we got a whole dedicated infrastructure for cycles. In contrast, the weather over here, it's spring. Look at the weather, oh man. I'll take the winter weather of Saudi Arabia any time of the day. Rain over here, rain and gray.
It is currently, I think, something like 8 degrees Celsius. I left with rain, wind and cold. It is no fun being in the Netherlands right now. Welcome to Hamra, people. And yes, that does look very posh. The contrast with the really big streets and roads over here, the really hectic ones, and the back streets, let's say, the contrast is amazing. This is as enjoyable as it gets. Hardly any cars, wide lanes. Some streets are dead end, as you can see. Wow. There's a lot of construction ongoing in Riyadh, from small to big. I noted that already in my inline skating video. I think the city is rapidly growing. That's my gut feeling, at least. Some buildings look older and some buildings are really new. You can see that. Have a more, let's say, modern touch to it, although I really like the somewhat historic flavor that some houses have. I really do enjoy also the references to the Middle East culture, the symbolism. Really like that. Quiet shadow location for a quick break. Why not? Although the view is, let's say, suboptimal. Yeah, with my bike being there, I want to draw your attention to one thing here. Here's another sole, desolate, lonely one. It's parked over here. Now that's not the type of bike that I would need. Look at how small it is. But hey, I applaud the city for trying, right? There are a lot of cities in the world in which the first step in getting more people to bike is the introduction of a system like this. So keep trying and keep going. It will take time. On one side, you have these nice houses. And across of it, sand and rocks. The desert. It says Green Riyadh over here. As mentioned earlier and also in my inline skating video, that's an initiative to put more green into this desert city. So maybe this will be a park in the future. Who knows? I read a little bit about it online, and indeed there are many parks planned to be made in the city. Maybe this is one of them. Wow. Check it out. I'm not sure what that building is. Let's find that out. Here's that building. I'm not sure what this is. I have to probably look that up while editing. Yeah. I'm unable to find out what this building is about. Alright. Let's give him the thumbs up. So one thing that I noted quite quickly already yesterday, actually the day before when I arrived, conversing in English is quite alright here. Quite alright. A lot of people speak English. A lot of the shops also have English text on them, as you can see. Bags and luggage, pallets of bags, back comfort, sleep center. Here on this side of the road, same story. English text. Shops on that side, medical facilities on this side. That's what I conclude. Medical complex, animal secrets. That's an interesting title. Facility for women, gym facility, I think, pure gym for women. There you go, pure gym women. I'm a kilometer down the road from the pure gym for women, and here's another pure gym, but it doesn't say women, so I assume that's the man one. Open 24/7. Sizzler House, Coffee Planet. An intersection again. But it looks like I see at least a guy standing there. Yes, there are pedestrian lights. Oh, nice. I will actually be able to make it across. What do you know? Brothers. Free cyclists. Dude, please. I don't think a lot of cars here care too much about me needing these facilities over here. We park right in front of it, on top of it. I wanted to show you the new metro line over here. One of them. There you go, the purple line. Opened just a few weeks ago. I've already taken the purple line, but not this trajectory over here. The flow over there was not very easy at all. There was no uniform sidewalk. There we go. Oh, much better. Much better. The North Ring Road is coming up. Let's just state that I have mixed emotions about that road. I want to check out the inline skating video. For circumstances that were not my fault, I ended up doing the Northern Ring Road by inline skates, the shoulder of it. So just maybe 200 meters because the key road that I wanted to take was closed. Oh, that was not easy. Nor was it planned for. All right. Yep. Another local, right? There we go. Merge in line. The local food delivery company is called Hunger Station. I think my favorite, the Northern Ring Road, right over there. The Northern Ring Road, my friends. memories, good memories. Interesting spot. Looks like a park. Right there. Yeah, let's go there. So a mosque, a minaret.
Yeah, thanks to a local called Ahmad Al Musalami, I even have some inside footage here of this mosque. Look how big it is, wow. Impressive.
Yeah, and this looks to be a park with sports facilities.
Taking a little break here. Yeah, this bench in this park made for a good break and also for a good spot to end part 1. Here's a spot where I took my break at Hamad Al Babtain Mosque in a street called Taiba. The neighborhood I was in was called Kurtuba. Now after this break I would start the way back to the rental shop to avoid biking in the dark, and I can tell you the bike trip so far rocked and I really enjoyed absorbing this desert city. Join me in part 2 for more inside looks and everyday life in Riyadh, the capital of Saudi Arabia. I will discover several more parks, which is not a given in the desert, as you can understand. I saw families enjoying their leisure times, and I can tell you, the way back wasn't easy. Again, challenging junctions to cross, like this one over here. Smoothly crossing over here, simply demanding my space. I had to. The junctions here were no joke. Deep in the neighborhoods of this desert city, I would find small parks with green, a rarity here and there in a desert city of course, and people enjoying their time off. It was really nice. So in the meantime, I'm also still working on my videos on Buenos Aires, the capital city of the country of Argentina, in the continent of South America. Completely different spot on this planet. Completely different city compared to Riyadh, but that's what I love, right? All these different cities, all these different flavors. So stay tuned and subscribe if you like this kind of urban exploration on wheels.